great day here in sunny San Diego.
Quelque chose à dire avant le départ, messieurs?
Ah ben, j'espère que...
Une parole célèbre?
Le capitaine coule avec le navire.
Ouais, puis c'est pas toi le capitaine, je suppose?
Non.
Ouais, c'est pareil.
Mad Dog va s'occuper de vous autres si jamais on coule. Vous allez voir, vous allez embarquer sur mes épaules, puis vous allez voir, je vous amène à bord, moi.
Ouais, je pense que McDog, il va couler avant nous autres. Avec le poids qu'il a, là.
Ah, inquiète-toi pas, ça flotte un Mad Dog.
Les requins vont arriver, ils vont dire « Oh! Un super duper pour souper! »
Merci.
Que j'ai la preuve, là. Ben oui.
C'est manœuvré. Oups, je pense qu'il y a...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Flagship Cruises Harbor Tour here at 1:45. You're aboard the vessel Marietta. My name is Rusty. I'll be your tour narrator. Please do not feed the birds. If they end up overhead, feel free to take pictures of them. Take them home as pets if you like, but don't feed them, please, until you get ashore. Also, if you have children with you, make sure you know where they are at all times so they don't get lost or hurt while they're on board. Their place of purchase down there. We ask your cooperation also if you generate any trash on board, please put the trash in the trash cans. If you leave the trash out on the deck or on the bench seats, it's going to blow overboard into the bay. And San Diego Bay is pretty clean and there are animals that live in the bay, so please put the trash in the trash cans if you will. Big sailboat on the right side. The big gray ship on the right in the distance is USS Carl Vinson, a nuclear-powered News class aircraft carrier. She's 1,100 feet long. It carries up to 85 airplanes. The city is surrounded by San Diego Bay on this side, the Naval Air Station on the north, and the Pacific Ocean on the west and the south. Great beaches every year. It's a different beach every year, but they great beaches on things not only like sand quality, water quality, amenities near the beach criteria, but Coronado, the beach in Coronado was named the best beach in the United States last year. That beach is usually in the top 10.
On connaît un qui va vouloir aller se baigner là.
On this side of the Coronado, these homes along the waterfront are the only waterfront homes in Coronado. On the ocean side, there's a beach and
C'est un gros plan de lui.
their houses. So they're four-story buildings or condos. The triangular-shaped park we just passed is called Centennial Park. Car ferries used to leave from piers right there and go over to San Diego before 1969 when the bridge ahead opened up. To our right is the Coronado. Here at the Coronado Ferry Landing, there are about 20 shops and restaurants. Everything from fine dining to fast food, picnic supplies, art galleries, bicycle rentals, gift shops. You can wade off the beaches here. The small beach by the pier is... People on those boats are either Navy SEAL trainees, they could be surface warfare combatant craft crew members, or SWCS. Also on the base they train recon Marines. Those are the Marines that do reconnaissance on beach. Up ahead we have the San Diego Coronado Bay Bridge. This bridge opened in 1969. They tell me there's a horn out here that blows just before the bridge topples over, and I'm not sure whether that's actually true or not. Ammunition supply ship built here at NASCO, and that ship was just signed over to the Navy's Military Sealift Command. United States Navy divides its ships into fleets around the world by geographic operating area. The third fleet of the United States Navy operates in the eastern Pacific Ocean. About one-third of the ships of the third fleet, of course, are troops in the Department of the Navy. They are trained to fight their way ashore if necessary in amphibious landing. At the stern of the back end of the ship, that's to the left. That large ship is 951 feet long. That is United States Naval Ship Bob Hope. Security barrier put in place here keeps civilian vessels away from Navy piers. Along that fence, periodically you see signs there. The signs say U.S. Navy restricted area, use of force off. Helicopters and Osprey tiltrotor aircraft off the flight deck. On our right side, Pier 8. Each pier has a sign with a number on it at the end of the pier. Number 71 to the right is USS Cape St. George, guided missile cruiser. 560 feet long, a crew of 400. 5-inch guns at the bow and the stern for naval gunfire support. The major weapons carried aboard Cape St. George are USS Thatch. 450 feet long, Thatch is designed for anti-submarine warfare. The United States Navy. Ottawa is a Canadian coastal patrol frigate. And at this end of the pier, another Missouri to Coronado is $8.50 round trip. Two darker towers on the other side of the convention center to the right. The twin towers are the Harbor Club condominium. Here next to the marina with the flying saucer-like restaurant in between is the San Diego Marriott Marquis Hotel. That flying saucer restaurant is open, of course, to the day and into the evening. It's Roy's Hawaiian Fusion Restaurant. After they close at night, about 2 o'clock in the morning, that restaurant takes off and flies up over Area 51 north of Las Vegas. The towers to the right get narrow toward the top like chisels are the towers of the Manchester Grand Hyatt Hotel.
Ça, c'est pas
To the right, there's a monolithic tan-colored building in there, about 6 blocks in, with vertical slits down the side rather than windows. That is the Metropolitan Corrections Center. It's a high-rise federal prison holding facility. People are staying in there awaiting trial in federal court. I understand it's a lot like being in a high-rise hotel. They do have room service there. You're just not allowed to leave your room. It said that no one lives at the top of the building. That houses the air conditioning system, the sprinkler system for fire protection, and the elevator machinery. To both ends of the ship because they're building a basketball court on the flight deck. I'm not kidding. San Diego live in the afternoon. Got airplanes here from World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam era, Operation Desert Storm, including Tomcat and the Hornet. Quite a bit to see and do. I heartily recommend a visit to that ship, USS Midway, CV-41. A long-time landmark seafood restaurant here on the bay. Very popular for seafood, owned by an Italian family. Ahead of us we have the Maritime Museum of San Diego, a collection of historic ships. The Star of India, directly ahead of us, soon to be on the right side, is the Queen of the Fleet here at the Maritime Museum, and she is in really good shape, and don't take the condition of 2 of her sails as an indication of how well they take care of this ship. Those tattered sails are up for Halloween. Make the ship look like a ghost ship, so they have regular sails that are in much better shape. Star of India was launched in 1863. She sailed 21 times around the world. She has an iron hull, which is why she's still afloat. She still sails at least once a year. And if you're from Australia or New Zealand, perhaps your relatives, your ancestors came from England on this ship, going to Australia and New Zealand. The next ship, the brown and black ship, is HMS Surprise. You might remember that ship as Russell Crowe's ship in the movie Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World. She is a Royal Navy frigate replica. She was built in New England in the 1990s, and she's been used in a number of movies. B-39, the big submarine on the right side, is a Soviet submarine. This submarine was active in the Soviet Navy from 1974 through 1995. She was purchased from Russia by some Canadian businessmen. She's on loan to the Maritime Museum. Berkeley, the ferry boat, used to sail San Francisco Bay for the Southern Pacific Railroad lines. She sailed from Oakland to San Francisco to complete the transcontinental trade voyage. Anyway, if you're interested in maritime history, that's the place to visit. Right behind us, you can see all those vessels all through 2 submarines, all for one admission price at the Maritime Museum of San Diego.
Check that out.
Off from Alaska, I just landed over there. It's a 9,000-foot East Coast runway. From airplanes take off and land to the west. Sir, please, or Sheraton's. Third one ahead is a Hilton field off to our right. All three for Recruit Depot, San Diego, MCRD. USS Antietam is powered by 4 gas turbine engines, which are derivatives of large jet engines. She has a helicopter deck just after the superstructure there, so she can operate Seahawk helicopters like the ones we've seen. She incidentally carries guided missiles as primary weapons. The 8-sided flat panels around the superstructure are the SPY-1 phased array radar of the Aegis weapons system. Anti-air, anti-surface, and anti-submarine warfare. Dennis Conner, of course, from San Diego, famous America's Cup sailor back in the 70s and 80s. Dennis Conner, of course, lost the America's Cup to Australia in 1983, which was the best thing that ever happened to the America's Cup. Someone finally won it from the New York Yacht Club. Not that I disliked the New York Yacht Club, but it created more interest to have the cup. Or some people call it the Daily Double. They go out twice a day. Sport fishing out of America's Cup Harbor. Off to the right side here, we have one of the SEAL vessels here. This is an amphibious vehicle on the right side. It's actually a set of wheels underneath it, so that is a bus on shore. They load passengers at Seaport Village. The large pier on the right is all those small fish in the tanks underwater have attracted the birds and marine mammals. And that's where seals are smaller animals. Do you have anybody here who speaks sea lion? Thought I heard a couple of sea lion words there. Sea lions, large males can get up to 900 pounds. Run on top of each other while they're napping. Seals won't do that. Only sea lions do that. Seals only touch each other during mating. They have bones. They have, of course, webbed feet. They probably do as much swimming as they do flying. The gulls include California gulls and herring gulls and Heermann's gulls. We say that's because propeller design is shall we say, classified information.